Hello again. It's us. We are going to talk with you some more about the Space Wizard Science Fantasy Year 4 Part 1 campaign. We wanted to go over some of the extra bonus levels that we have in the campaign. We have a few fun things that are not just books, but have to do with books and have to do with adventure, I'll say. So first, we wanted to talk about travel. And for that, I will give it over to my lovely wife, Heather.
Hi. So I am wearing my Love Travel, Live Travel t-shirt today because I own a travel agency called Melvin's Travel Adventures, and I specialize in nerd ventures, a term that I coined back in 2018 when I started this business, that basically encompasses everything. So if you are nerdy about castles and you want to go through Europe and see a bunch of castles, I can help you plan that trip. Or if you want to do something like go to, I don't know, New Zealand and see a bunch of cool filming locations from, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, maybe? He and I got to do this last year,
That's great.
along with a couple other friends of ours, one of whom will be in Space Wizard Year 4 campaign part 2. And we had just an amazing time. Plus, New Zealand has also fantastic nature and hiking. You could do a hiking nerd venture. You could do an animal nerd venture. Like the possibilities are absolutely endless. So if you want to back a nerd venture in the campaign, I am offering a discounted rate on my normal professional service fees. So you can work with me, and it is up to 4 people per slot. And if you have more than that, then we can work on that together, and that's not a problem. Always happy to work with more people. And just get in touch with me. Also, you can check out my website to see some more travel inspiration and things. It's melvinstraveladventures.com. And also we have some other backer levels that are for aspiring writers amongst you. So we have developmental and copy editing services. So there is a difference between those two, and a lot of people don't necessarily know what that difference is. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So William, what is developmental editing services?
Yeah, and I have to admit, I didn't really know this when I started writing as well. It's something that is vital to books that are coming out, but a lot of people don't really know about it, especially if you're self-publishing and you're sort of trying to do this on your own. You may not have heard a lot about the terms or what it means. So the first step of the book, and if you look at traditionally published books, you'll have the editor from the publishing house, which is usually different from the copy editor. The editor is the one that works with the author back when you have a draft, you have something that's good, you're ready to go, but you need to look at the setting, the character, the plot to figure out, is all this working? Does it work as a narrative structure? Is this a great story that's going to keep people captivated throughout the whole thing? So that's what I do. And I do this for all the books that come through Space Wizard. So if you've read any of our books, that has my hand in it, working with the authors to make sure that the story is great. Some books need more, some books need less. It really matters on what it is. So if you are a writer and you want to have some developmental editing done, you want to look at the structure of the story, the character, the plot, to figure out, make sure everything is working right. Back one of these levels, and it's a discount from our usual rate. So you get a little bit cheaper. You can send the book to me. The offer is pretty much good through until the next year, so it's good until next June. So try it out. Work with me. I am happy to work with you to keep your voice in the book and to make it a better story. So the next one then is copy editing. What is the difference?
So copy editing is more of the final polish before the book goes out. So I and my assistant junior copy editor, Courtney Brooks, who is also offering levels this year for copy editing services, we look for grammar, punctuation, spelling, sentence structure, confusing sentences that just may run on and on a little bit too long, that maybe didn't make it through, that they made it through the developmental editing process because it wasn't anything really bad, but we're looking at it and we're going, I fell asleep during that sentence. Let's cut that down into 2 sentences, or let's break that up however we need to. Or do you not know how to use semicolons? A lot of people don't.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either, but they do have a purpose, and I know what that is, so I can help you figure that out. And then also, we will look for consistency. So if on the second page of your book you talk about a character having blue eyes, and you talk about how they look like pools of the ocean and the blah 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 blah, and then you get to page 55 and you're talking about how brown the person's eyes are, we will point that out for you so you can decide whether they are pools of the ocean or whether they are chestnut wood looking eyes or something, whatever descriptors you want to use for them. But we look for a lot of that, and if we're editing for Space Wizard, we have our own certain style manual kind of thing. But also, if we're doing something for, if you have a multi-book series, I did some commissions this past year from our previous campaign where I got 2 books in a row that were in a series. So I was trying to look for consistency among those books to make sure we were spelling things in world consistently. So that's something else that we look for.
Yeah. So altogether, these are great packages. Like I said, they're both discounts from our usual rates, so you can get them for a little bit cheaper in the campaign. And that's to both to help us out, to help raise money for the covers, for publishing these books, and also to give you guys an opportunity to just sort of put it out there. If you're a self-publishing author, I know how that is. I went through this before I started the company. I know how important it is to have developmental editing and copy editing. All my stuff goes through her before it gets published. She fixes a lot of my mistakes. So this is definitely a joint effort. So please go look for those levels. All 3 of those levels we have, 4 actually. We have Melvin's Travel Adventures. We have 2 levels of copy editing, a one for our junior copy editor and one from our lead copy editor. And then we have developmental editing from me. But those are limited, so they will run out. They have run out in the past. So if you're interested in that, it's a good time to check it out right when the campaign opens. Yep. And see if you want to get it.
Get them fast. And remember, this year we are putting a time limit on them. So there will be a little bit of a terms and conditions on all of those levels of getting started with those within a year of the campaign ending.
Yeah. All right. So go check it out. And we will be back next time talking about some more fun stuff. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.